Ron Hogarth is the referee of this playoff game in Calgary tonight from Barrie, Ontario. His 11th year as a National Hockey League official. His linesmen are Ron Finn and Leon Stickle. The goaltenders, Andy Moog, undefeated in the playoffs. 6 wins and no losses. And an excellent goals against average, 2.58, the 23-year-old Edmonton Oilers goalkeeper. And Don Edwards, 27 years of age, the former Buffalo Sabre, has one decision in the playoffs, a loss. He's played 131 minutes in the playoffs and finished up in the game last night. And there's Wayne Gretzky, who had a 7-point night last night to establish a new Stanley Cup playoff record, 7 points in a single game. Wearing the Oiler road uniform, the blue trimmed in orange and white. Calgary in the home uniform, white trimmed in red and gold.
Again, a very enthusiastic Oiler hockey club during the warm-up. A lot of yelling and encouragement. And again, as far as the Calgary Flames were concerned, very subdued while they were warming up goaltender Don Edwards. The coaching staff, Jim Poplinski, serving a game suspension behind the players' box along with Coach Bob Johnson.
Dave Semenko of the Oilers and Jim Poplinski of the Flames suspended for a game, unable to play tonight, so there have been some lineup changes as the play is underway. Kevin Lowe with the puck. He's on defense with Lee Fogelman. Up front, it's Gretzky, Anderson, and Curry for the Oilers as Doug Risebrough plays it back to Reinhart. In comes Nielsen going for the net. Jackson couldn't get a shot. He's after the puck. Jimmy Jackson from the corner allows possession. And Edmonton start out as Gretzky comes to center with Anderson. 2-on-2. Gretzky, shoot! Edwards got a piece of the shot. Reinhart goes to the puck. On the boards for Kent Nielsen. That shot of Gretzky's may have hit the post. Now he gets another chance. And Jim Jackson intercepts. He's up front with Risebrough and Nielsen as they come to center ice. Doug Risebrough laboring with a knee problem. In that Calgary lineup, Lanny McDonald is dressed for this game. Missed the game last night because of both shoulder and foot injuries. As Phil Russell races to the puck, icing is called on Edmonton.
Now, tempers a little high as Anderson hit Russell against the boards. As the puck was dumped in, Russell was able to get there for the icing.
And Linsman and Russell had a verbal exchange. Nothing comes of that.
You know, it's important that Russell plays that hard-hitting game. He has not had a good series against the Edmonton Oilers, especially after coming off such a good series against the Vancouver Canucks. Coach General Manager Glenn Sather, he would like to see it end tonight. Give the Oilers a couple of days off and then 6 days of practice waiting for the next series to resume. But again, he had mentioned that, look, we can't get into any bad habits. Let's not get lackadaisical or figure we got the series won. We have to go out there and work and earn it.
1 minute gone, no score. Huddy slides it out. Brought to center by Coffey. In on Eloranta. Coffey shot. Turned aside by Edwards. Eloranta missed the puck. Hislop picks it up. Rolls it to center for Mel Bridgman. Intercepted by Ken Linsman. Back to Huddy. Forechecked by Bridgman. Now Coffey to Huddy. That's the defensive pair for Edmonton, but the Flames do some good forechecking. Hislop and Bridgman in there. Now Meredith, number 25, going to the puck. Behind the net. Hislop failed to come out in front. And Edmonton start back. Willie Lindstrom shooting the puck in. Linsman racing after it. Tapped away to the corner. Mark Messier tried to kick the puck loose. Lindstrom picks it up. Back to the point to Huddy. Rough in front of the net as Edwards chopped at Messier. Meredith gets the puck out. It hopped away from Bridgman. Coffey back for the puck. Paul Coffey, the highest scoring defenseman in the NHL. Lost control of the puck. This is Kevin LaValle. Shoot! Went high. And the puck bounces right up into the seats. And now a Stanley Cup update. Here is Steve Armitage.
Another power play goal for Buffalo has tied the game at 2-0 with the shot at Dale McCourt. Scores on the rebound. Boston take the lead on Rick Middleton's second goal of the game, his sixth of the playoff. He fires in front, and it deflects off Housley's skate. 3-2 Bruins in the second period.
Here we played 2 minutes and 3 seconds in a scoreless first period. Not dressed for Calgary tonight, Steve Kristoff, Dave Hindmarsh, the suspended Jim Poplinski, an automatic one-game suspension for a double game misconduct in the playoffs last night. Pat Ribble and Pierre Rioux are also out of the Calgary lineup tonight. As the puck is shot in the flame zone, Richie Dunn brings it out. Yellowman Sliding it across. A shot. Oh, Hunter's shot went off of Andy Moak to the corner as Tim Hunter let that shot go. Hunter, number 19, getting the puck. Trying to get it to Beers. Intercepted. Cote couldn't get loose. Flames get possession again. Beers to Yellen. Slap shot. Easily picked off by Mose. Drops it for rookie Ray Cote, number 14 of the Oilers. On this line with Hughes. And Don Nuttball, number 26, is on the ice for the first time in the series for Edmonton. From the Stampede Corral in Calgary, this is Stanley Cup 83 on CBC.
Crisp, crunchy peanuts. Thick, rich, hot fudge. The Dairy Queen Peanut Buster Parfait. Layer after layer after crisp, rich, cool, and creamy layer. The Dairy Queen Peanut Buster Parfait. It's a mountain of a taste.
In the land of Dairy Queen, we treat you right.
Face off at Edmonton territory. Lee Fogelman with the puck, chased by Guy Chouinard. Now the Oilers come out. Ralston, Tom Ralston's number 24, scooping the puck in. Lumley and Kevin LaValle race after it. Ralston goes in after the puck. His pass intercepted by Chouinard. Long pass at center for Lanny McDonald. Now Kevin LaValle loses control of the puck. Fogelman puts it to Ralston. Fogelman gets control again. Hits the side of his own goal as he backhands it to Lowe from back of the net. Dave Lumley hands it away in his own zone, recovered by Dave Hunter. McDonald took him in on the board. The puck is scooped to the corner, and the crowd here respond to Calgary's good start in the game. 3.5 minutes gone, no score. And the Oilers have scored the first goal in every game of the series, leading 3 games to nothing. 3 convincing victories. Chouinard between LaValle and McDonald coming out. Chouinard with the puck. Lanny McDonald couldn't get a good shot. Fogelman outfights Chouinard for the puck. Intercepted at the point. Reinhardt pass tipped off the stick. Lumley flips it up. Ralston dumps it in. Conroy and Reinhardt, the Calgary defense, as Reinhardt goes to the puck and Gretzky moves after him. Rysbrov couldn't get the pass off his skate. Reinhardt at center with the puck. Brings it in. Tried to poke it to Jackson, going in on goal, and it was steered away by Eloranta, and a hooking penalty is called. Calgary will go on the power play. Tonight's Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from Calgary.
This is the new size Ford LTD. When we redesigned it for 1983, we wanted more than just comfort and quiet. We wanted fast responses. So we used gas-filled shocks, struts, and stabilizer bars for sure-footed road holding and responsive handling. The new size Ford LTD. Comfort when you want it, response when you need it. Have you driven a Ford lately?
As the Flames come into the zone with Jackson carrying the puck, Reinhardt carrying the puck, Anderson gets the penalty. He will go to the box for hooking. It's important for the Flames to forecheck. Howie, what have you got for us?
Well, it certainly is. Calgary's finally sending 1 man in and then 2 men and then 3. They're applying some great forechecking pressure, and they'll come up with the puck, and if they don't come up with the puck, they're going to force the Oilers to take a penalty. There's that 3rd man in. For the first time in this series, they're sending someone in to do the forechecking.
Oilers, of course, very dangerous while shorthanded. 7 shorthanded goals already in the playoffs, 4 in this series.
The way things have been going for the Flames in the power play, you wondered if maybe they would like to decline the penalty. But this is important, Jim. The Flames have to score that first goal.
From the point, Reinhardt puts it across to McDonald. Nielsen to McDonald. Scramble, loose puck. Messier made a very clever play to get the puck, but couldn't get it out. Eloranta keeps it in. Nielsen checked along the boards by Coffey. Messier gets the puck out. Gretzky going after it. So is Reinhardt. Edwards comes out to play the puck away from Wayne Gretzky. Eloranta, Reinhardt playing the points on the Flame power play. Nielsen, Bridgman, and McDonald up front as Eloranta carries the puck in. Off the board for Mel Bridgman. Going in against Kevin Lowe. McDonald from the corner. Bridgman from back of the net. Hit Nielsen. Now Eloranta. Reinhardt the other point man. Nielsen shoots. Cole made the save, and there's a penalty coming up as Lanny McDonald was hooked by Gary Curry, and Calgary will have a two-man advantage for the next 43 seconds.
Now remember, in Game 3, when the Calgary Flames had a 5-minute advantage and they ended up being behind by a 1-0 count. Let's keep an eye on McDonald in the slot area, as Fogelin will draw the penalty for cross-checking, and you won't get a better opportunity than what the Flames will have right now.
2 minutes for cross-checking. The time of 5:32.
Fogelin it was. I called Curry, who was standing beside them at the time, but it was Fogelin who gets the penalty, knocking McDonald down.
Now, one thing that Coach Glenn Sather mentioned about the Flames when they have two-man advantage, they set up a pick, kind of screen them out like they do in basketball. That'll allow the man to come out of the corner or even set up that slot man. But look for the Oilers to play in some semblance of a triangle, and the Flames moving in with their two top point men, looking for a good shot. Important to screen goaltender Andy Moog.
Ken Linsman and Mel Bridgman on the faceoff. Bridgman waved up. Ken Nielsen now against Kenny Linsman. And Linsman wins the draw cleanly. Lowe puts the puck on the board to Linsman, and he clears it out. There's 36 seconds left in the penalty to Glenn Anderson. Reinhardt with the puck. Lanny McDonald brings it in. Lowe slows him up, and McDonald likes to duck low when he's about to be hit, as you saw that along the board. Bridgman from the corner in tight quarters. Chouinard is number 7. Reinhardt to Chouinard. McDonald to Reinhardt. A shot. Loose puck. Scored. It's 1-0 Calgary. It bounced in behind Moog, and the Flames lead 1-0.
First time against the Edmonton Oilers that the Calgary Flames have been able to get that first goal, but the traffic in front of the net, as Bridgman was set up in front, the shot by Reinhardt. Now look at Andy Moog. He's trying to look around. He may have kicked that one in himself. Bridgman was there, but a good low shot by Reinhardt, and they still have 1:27 left to go in Fogelin's penalty to try to increase that lead.
The goal was scored with Edmonton 2 men short. And of course the goal means the first penalty expires.
Paul Reinhardt. Assisted by number 9, Lanny McDonald. And number 7, Guy Chouinard. A power play goal. The time.
Now the goal has been credited to Paul Reinhardt. Bridgman was in front. Now you wonder if he got a stick on it, but after Moog made the play, it seemed like he kicked the puck in the net himself.
Either that or it bounced off Kevin Lowe standing at the edge of the crease there, but it's Reinhardt getting credit for the goal. Reinhardt hammered into the boards. Actually, I think he collided with the referee, Ron Hogarth, and Reinhardt and Hogarth were shaken up. It's the second time in the 2 games here we've had a collision with a referee and a player, and Reinhardt favoring his shoulder as trainer Jim Murray talks to Paul Reinhardt.
And Reinhardt is being helped to the players' box. As far as the Flames are concerned, they need his puck handling and scoring offensively. He's had a tough time in the Flames' end of the ice, as he's been on the ice for 14 goals against. Ron Hogarth got out of that one in pretty good shape.
He went down quite heavily in the collision, but got up in better shape, obviously, than Reinhardt, who collided with referee Ron Hogarth. Reinhardt from McDonald and Chouinard on the power play, giving Calgary the lead. First time in the series. And they're still on a power play. Chouinard with the puck. In goes Pat Hughes to check him. Lanny McDonald coming in on Charlie Huddy. The shot. Ooh, good save by Andy Moog. Got his right skate on that excellent shot by Lanny McDonald. Terry Eloranta to Guy Chouinard. The shot. Moog stopped it. Pat Hughes wheels to the corner and clears the puck high down the ice.
Well, there's the shots. Once that rebound is there, you have to be really hungry for that second opportunity, as Kent Nielsen is beaten to the puck by an Edmonton Oiler. But you have to go for those rebounds, trying for that second shot on net.
Nielsen misses Hunter with a pass. Penalty killers for Edmonton. Hunter and Hughes up front. Huddy and Coffey on defense. This might be icing. Coffey going to the puck. Icing is called on Calgary.
What a performance by Lanny McDonald so far in the game. He's added a spark to this attack. He's got so many bumps and bruises. I wonder he's skating because we saw him struggle out of game 2. He was hunched over, could hardly walk, but there he is out in the ice, adding that leadership.
We mentioned a while ago who's not in the Calgary lineup tonight. Well, for the Oilers.
Now, Howie, I'm sure you have something about getting that man in front of the net.
Well, the Calgary power play prior to tonight was passing around the outside and don't rush the net and give Moog all kinds of opportunity to see the shot. But they're changing it tonight. They're getting 3 fellas in front of the net. Look at the traffic in front there, and Andy Moog was forced to make a great save. A moment later, the Calgary Flames come up with their first goal through traffic.
Messier shot wide. Lindstrom hustles to the puck. Now to Gregg. Over to Lowe. There's 14 seconds left in Vogelin's penalty. An offside pass stops the play. Well, Mark Messier is having a great playoff. We were mentioning the scratches from the Oiler lineup, but I know fans would be interested to know that Gary LaRiviere, Yaroslav Pozar, Mark Habscheid, John Blum, the injured Gary Unger, and the suspended Dave Semenko are Oilers on the roster not dressed for this game tonight. With Semenko suspended for 1 game for his match penalty last night, it means that Don Knockbauer, who's wearing number 26, gets his first action of this series. He's had 1 shift so far tonight. Play in the Edmonton zone. The Flames lead 1-0. And now the Oilers are back at full strength as the penalty to Vogelin has expired. Willie Lindstrom knocked the puck down with his hand at the Oiler bench, which is all right as he played it to the ice and played it again. As Eloranta brings it in over the Edmonton blue line, and the puck is neatly poked away by Lowe. Meredith to Russell. Missed the puck off the boards as the pass was too high and hard to handle. Meredith gets it on the boards for Eloranta. Flames are leading 1-0, but a giveaway there is Coffey intercept. His pass intercepted by Mel Bridgman, and there's going to be a penalty to Phil Russell for hooking Coffey near the corner. Now Edmonton on the power play. This is Hockey Night in Canada from the Stampede Corral in Calgary.
Looking good, Slocum. Wish my sails were. Gotta keep in shape to pound the pavement these days.
Oh, not with 800 service. Now my customers can call me toll-free. They'll run around and you can pump up sales without pounding the pavement. It's all an 800 service. Today's way to operate. Just call toll-free 1-800-361-3050 for a free copy. 800 service. The shape of things to come.
800 service. Today's way to operate.
Now, Phil Russell will get a penalty on the hooking call against defenseman Paul Coffey, and we'll have an opportunity of watching the Oilers on the power play. They have struggled. Only 2 goals and 12 chances in this series.
And this power play getting a chance to work his Huddy shot, just whistles wide. The Oilers did not have a power play last night. They score! Yari Curry alone in front. Curry ties it at 1.
Well, looks like the struggling is over, as again it's that combination of Gretzky and Curry. But you notice defensively, the defenseman isn't anywhere near him, or the forward that was coming back. You're inside. That way Curry can get himself in excellent position. Nobody there to watch him. And you can't leave a guy like Curry left unprotected in front of that net area.
Edmonton goal scored by number 17, Yari Curry. Assisted by number 99, Wayne Gretzky. A power play goal. The time, 8:20.
Gretzky getting the only assist on Curry's 2nd goal of the playoffs, after Paul Reinhart had scored his 5th goal of the playoffs to open the scoring.
Well, we have some more action around. Bellows and Hartsburg have given the North Stars a 2-0 lead. Minnesota trying to even up that series. The Ranger, a goal by McPhee, lead the Islanders 1-0 in the 3rd period. A little different as far as scoring is concerned, considering last night there was 13 goals scored in the game.
This game is tied 1-1. We've just passed the 8-minute mark of the first period. A steal back of the net by Jimmy Jackson going into the corner. Anderson gets the puck and sweeps it out and down the ice. Icing indicated as Steve Conroy goes back after the puck. And icing is called on Edmonton.
Now you could just see the way the Oilers were gaining confidence as the season came to a conclusion. First round was a scary one against the Winnipeg Jets because after the first game they came to play. And now they're in high gear. Bob Johnson, I won't quit. I hope my players won't. We're going to give it our absolute best effort tonight, and up to this part of the game, they've done exactly that. Played a good hockey, good brand of hockey.
Teams in full strength. Play in the Edmonton zone. Jackson puts it around to Nielsen. Huddy moves to check him. Conroy shot right on. Rebound. Bounces across it, but as Jackson got the second chance. Jackson in front waiting for the pass. Didn't get to him. Wayne Gretzky gets the puck. To Yari Curry. That's Glenn Anderson on his left. Curry slides it in. Reinhardt back in action after being shaken up earlier in the period. Takes a whack at the puck. Gretzky picked it up from behind the net. Tried to center it. Deflects back to the line. The play has stopped. Reinhardt's hurt again. He's having a tough start tonight. He's had a goal, but he's now, for the second time in the period, been shaken up.
I believe that happened when Gretzky tried to come around the net, and Reinhardt had a stick. It hit his stick and bounced up in the face area. And again, Jim Bearcat Murray is out there to lend his assistance. Let's have a look at it. You notice Gretzky coming along. There is the stick of Reinhardt trying to deflect that puck away, and catches Reinhardt. Always a interesting view is the goaltender as he moves from one post to the other. That time, Yari Curry just snapped a Gretzky pass past Don Edwards to tie the game, and that's only the third power play goal that the Oilers have been able to manage in the series.
You see a welt under Reinhardt's right eye where he got hit there, but he's staying out on the ice. 1-1 tie as Reinhardt makes a good backhand pass to Jackson. Coming in on Randy Gregg. Jackson keeps after the puck. Reinhardt makes a nice turn, put it in front, and it's swept away from in front of the net. Anderson coming out with Gretzky ahead of him. Anderson brings it in, takes the shot, turns with the puck, scoops it towards Curry, and it's blocked by Reinhardt, bringing it back to Kent Nielsen. Across for Reinhardt, intercepted by Gregg. Don Jackson banking it on the board. Jamie Hislop after it, can't keep it in. The score is 1-1, 9:45 left first period. Wayne Gretzky is shot, whistles high up into the seats and out of play.
Well, it doesn't take Wayne Gretzky long or very few strides to get into full gear as he picked up that loose puck, and away he goes. I really thought that he would get that record last night, 6 goals in a playoff game, but you notice how unselfish a player is as he set up Mark Messier for his hat-trick goal. And it's interesting the comment he made after talking to him after the game. He said, if I feel that a player is in a better scoring position than I am, I'm going to give him the puck, and that's exactly what he did.
He'll get that record another night. He owns or shares 29 NHL records as it is. Got to leave a few for somebody else. Code's pass for Hughes, tied up by Gunn. Well, and the loose puck came in front. McCown lost it to Ray Code, centered it, hit wide. And out comes McCown. Jamie McCown, number 34, bumped into Ed Beers, his teammate. McCown follows up for the puck. Shot hit a leg. Hoagland and Beers bumped together. Dave Hunter missed the puck. Tim Hunter, no relation, took him into the boards. Richie Dunn with the puck. Pass up the middle intercepted by Lowe to Hoagland, the defensive pair for Edmonton. The score is 1-1. 8:55 left in the first period. Edmonton leading the series 3-0. Calgary battling to survive and prolong the season. Don Edwards taps it aside for Eloranta, who's on defense with Russell. Russell bringing it to center. In on Huddy. The shot right on. Moog stopped it. Centered. Hit. It's goal. Bounced in off Coffey. It's 2-1 Calgary.
Jim, we've talked the whole series, the importance of that second man heading for the net. Now, it looked like a harmless play. The rebound's there. Russell, a second effort, gets it in front. But who comes in? Lanny McDonald placed that old bank shot off the body of Paul Coffey. And suddenly the Flames have gone into a 2-1 lead.
Looked like it might have hit him on the forehead and bounced straight into the net.
I think Mac will take that one.
Scored by number 9, Lanny McDonald. Assisted by number 5, Phil Russell. And number 20, Kerry Eloranta. The time, 11:32.
Russell and Eloranta get assists on the goal, credited to Lanny McDonald as it bounced in off Oiler defenseman Paul Coffey. Mark Messier coming in over the line to Lindsman, right in on goal. Puck swept away, rebound, poked into the crease, and Edwards down covers up the puck. Close call. With a score, Calgary 2, Edmonton 1. This is Stanley Cup 83.
Here's your gold.
Oh, now you're cooking.
You are.
You know, I think Jack really worships you.
Really?
Sure, he gave you a burnt offering.
Oh, so how'd you know we were having a barbecue?
Just followed the fire trucks.
Oh.
These homegrown tomatoes?
Yeah, except for Mary. She's from the West Coast.
You sure got a lot of friends.
Mine. I thought they were yours.
What a great way to open a party.
All you got to say is golden.
Face-off in Calgary territory, 7:59 left in this opening period. Lanny McDonald's goal, his third of the playoffs. Curry's goal was his second. Reinhardt's his fifth. As a shot whistles just off the target. Russell's the back of the net. Meredith to Bridgman, coming in on Coffey. Puck shot in. Jamie Hislop going in after it. Charlie Huddy ties him up. Mark Messier gets the puck. Messier for Lindstrom, intercepted momentarily by Russell. Checked off the puck by Huddy. Hit by Hislop. Lindstrom brings it to the line. Ran into Meredith. And Willie Lindstrom down. And the crowd in Calgary respond to that. Eloranta missed the puck. Gretzky makes a neat move to bring it in, but he's has a teammate trapped coming out offside.
You know, Jim, you think that you have the Oilers bottled up in their own zone, and then with a quick burst of speed, suddenly they're in full flight. Watch Lindsman right through the middle. Pretty good back checking, though, to break up that play, and then Edwards just gets a piece of it and hangs on for a face-off. But Lindsman going through the middle, he created that opening. There you see Paul Coffey right in the head area, knocked that one in. That gave the Flames a 2-1 lead.
Intercepted by Curry. Gretzky in on Reinhardt. Gretzky bats the puck to the corner. Reinhardt been shaken up twice in the period. Battling along the boards. Got the puck behind the net to Conroy. Gretzky hustles right in after him. And the puck is iced. But a race for it. Jackson and Gray. Right package at first. Icing called on Calgary.
What's important about that play by Jackson is he forced Gregg all the way back in his own zone. I think that shows to the Oilers that the Flames mean business. It would have been easy for Jackson just to sit back at center ice and say, well, it's icing anyway. I won't work the defenseman. But make them work right to the far end. It's icing. But I think it shows the Oilers that the Flames have come to play. And the fans, they've had more to cheer about in the first 14 minutes than they did all last night.
Some strange goals tonight. The first one by Reinhardt appeared to maybe bounced in off of Kevin Lowe at the edge of the crease. Lanny McDonald's winning off the head of Paul Coffey, although Curry's was a clean-cut goal on a power play. Here's a chance in front again, and the puck is steered away by Jackson. McCowan coming out for Calgary. Checked by Anderson, who steals the puck. Here's Gretzky right in. Backhand, and he scores! Wayne Gretzky, it's 2-2.
You just can't make mistakes like that in your own zone. Fool around with a puck at the blue line, because when Gretzky's out in the ice, he hangs behind. He was ready to come back. He saw that his teammate might have got the puck, and sure enough, it came right to Gretzky on the backhand, just over the glove of Don Edwards. But McCowan, my goodness, just dump it off the boards or get it in the center ice area. And the Flames, they paid severely for that one.
Gretzky from Anderson, 13-19, the time of Edmonton's second goal. Eloranta brings it in. Tripped up, Gretzky goes to the loose puck. Gretzky with a goal and an assist already tonight. Now has 19 points in 7 playoff games. Well, actually 7 and part of an 8. Curry coming in. Drop pass, tipped away by Eloranta. And the puck slides back up the center ice. That was right the first time. It's 7th. This is the 7th playoff game, as they had 3 with Winnipeg, and this is the 4th with Calgary. Makes that Gretzky total even more impressive. McCowan getting the puck. Pass picked up by Yellowman. Doug-Gary Yellowman bumped off the puck at the Oiler line, and it's shot in offside. Hockey Night in Canada will continue in a moment.
When you buy a new car, you want to keep it looking new. And that's easy with Armor All Protectant. A scientific formula that took a polymer chemist 10 years to develop. It helps keep rubber, vinyl, leather, and plastic looking new. So even though you can't keep your car from getting old, you can keep it from looking old. Armor All. It's science, but it works like magic.
Face-off in Calgary territory. The Flames have outshot the Oilers 12-5 so far in the hockey game, but it's a 2-2 tie. A loose puck in front, covered up. And on that play, young Ray Cody, number 14, moved right to the front of the net. Now some extra pushing and shoving. Now they skate away from that. Ron Hogarth is warning Tim Hunter a little bit. The weather in Calgary, if those of you in eastern Canada shoveling a little snow are wondering, 19 degrees and sunny in Calgary today. And I imagine it was nice at Pincher Creek, too. That's where Ray Code is from. Not too far from here, towards the Rockies. He's centering a line of Dave Hunter and Pat Hughes. Bill Russell with the puck. Yellen's weak pass picked up by Eloranta. The score is 2-2 as he passes for Beers too far ahead. Moog, unbeaten in the playoffs, leads the puck for Kevin Lowe. Nice pass, just kicked away from Hunter as he was trying to get loose. Tim Hunter lost the puck in his own zone. Hughes shoots, it deflects just wide. Puck centered, tipped around on the boards. Hughes and Beers after, back to Lee Fogelin. To Pat Hughes, passing into the corner. Puck tipped in behind the net. Russell hustling after it. So is Hughes, and the puck flips over the glass and out of play. Live from Calgary, the Stanley Cup playoffs.
You wanted defense, great engine defense. So we made our motor oil better. SO Uniflow, our best motor oil. SO Uniflow gives better defense against heat, against corrosion, against engine wear. You wanted better defense, so we made a better motor oil. SO Uniflow.
You make us better. SO.
Linsman and Bridgman facing off in the Calgary zone in this 2-2 tie. Reinhart and Curry each scored power play goals. Reinhart when the Flames had a two-man advantage. Since then, McDonald and Gretzky have scored. It's 2-2. 4:57 left in the first period. Now Messier and Bridgman. But Bridgman's waved out. So Ron Finn will drop the puck this time between Messier and Lanny McDonald. Mark Messier wins the draw. Linsman with the puck. Intercepted by Bridgman. Couldn't get it out. McDonald ran Linsman, who's hanging on to McDonald's stick, getting away with it. And the crowd reacts to that as the puck is finally cleared out by Hislop. This very fast line for the Oilers. Linsman, Messier, and Lindstrom, and Coffey, a very fast skater, joins them, carrying the puck in. Intercepted by Hislop. His pass fails to click. Coffey taking the puck.
New Watchman Paul Coffey picks up that puck. I haven't seen anybody in the series yet able to stop him. You can't go right at him. You have to kind of get him to go towards the boards, cut off of the angle.
Linsman shoots. Good save by Edwards. Hislop put it back of the net. Linsman gets to the loose puck. Hit the side of the net. Reinhart from back of the goal. Into the corner to Jamie Hislop. Bumped by Mark Messier, and the puck goes to center ice for Coffey to Huddy. Charlie Huddy drives it in on the net. Don Edwards stopping it. Reinhart scooping it to center ice. 2-2 tie, 3:54 left in the period. Steve Conroy from back of the net. Gretzky, Curry, and Anderson now up front for Edmonton. Greg and Jackson, their defense is Don Jackson comes up with the puck. Passes in front of the net to Glenn Anderson. To Yari Curry, nice move to get away from Jimmy Jackson. Here comes Gretzky in on Conroy. Good pass. Curry backhands it. Edwards down, made the save. Gretzky with the puck again. Back to the line to Randy Gregg. Dr. Gregg puts it in front. It went off the skate to Edwards, covering it up.
Now, Coach Bob Johnson said his team has to be physical, and at times we've seen it. Howie?
Gary, you're certainly right. Calgary's really come to play. Watch this body check. Bridgman, I think it is, just finishes the check right against the boards. Here's something that hasn't happened today. Look at this one. Just a dandy. Calgary keeps playing like that. We're going to have a barn burner.
Well, former Flame coach Al McNeil said after last night's game, we expected a barn burner, but the Oilers burned our barn. That was last night in that 10-2 Edmonton victory. 3:20 left in the first period of this 2-2 tie. Gretzky facing off against Risebrough. Gretzky wins the draw. Anderson's shot off the target. Jackson with the puck. To Kent Nielsen. This is Risebrough with a pass. The puck deflects to Gregg, bringing it in. Bumped by Conroy. Doug Risebrough gets the puck. He was on 4 Stanley Cup champions in Montreal. Now to Jackson. Coming into the Oilers zone. Gregg took him off the puck. Jackson gets it to Risebrough. In front, Reinhardt shoots. Oh, he missed the net. Loose puck at the side of the goal. Reinhardt tried to dig it out. Gregg gets the puck. Reinhardt with a great chance about 20 feet out in front, but drilled it high. Back comes Reinhardt. Moving in on Jackson and Gregg. Reinhardt goes to the loose puck. Took a bump on the board. Conroy's shot missed the net. Puck is flipped out to center. Gretzky took a 2-line pass before he got it to Curry, so the play is stopped. Wayne Gretzky's got a lot of jump tonight. By the way, when this long hockey season is over for this great young man, he's got a big celebrity tennis tournament in Brantford, Ontario, that he's very enthused about on June the 11th. And he'll have a lot of well-known Canadians competing there with the proceeds to the blind youngsters.
Well, a couple of more goals were scored. Maxwell gets the third for Minnesota, and Tom Wysiak has replied for Chicago. That is in the second period. Minnesota still leading.
Here, a 2-2 tie. Tim Hunter rolls into the corner, goes in on Lee Fogle, who crashes into the boards rather awkwardly. But the Oilers get possession. Dave Hunter, the Ray Cote makes a nice move, coming in on goal. Dunn stayed with him and took him off the puck. Some good defensive work by Richie Dunn. McCown ducks away from a check as he was bumped by Pat Hughes. And the puck is dumped in behind the play. There's a stoppage of play, and Fogelin roughs it up with Kevin LaValle at center ice in front of the Oiler bench.
LaValle should still just get away from there and not draw a penalty because Fogelin has the cross-checking penalty.
Now Hunter's into it with Fogelin. Tim Hunter and Lee Fogelin. And you see Hogarth waving away the players, getting them away from the area of the altercation. Fogelin and Hunter being separated by linesman Finn and Stickle.
Now it's right in front of the Edmonton Oilers players box. Coach Glenn Sather and assistant John Muckler very interested in what is happening. So both players will go to their dressing room, which would indicate major penalties. Fogelin and Hunter.
And now a Stanley Cup update. Here's Steve Armitage.
It's 4-2 Boston in the third period. Peterson passing in front. Krushelnyski will take it. Here's the pass from Peterson. Krushelnyski being shoved out of the way now. Just wheels, turns, and beats Sauvé right there. 4-2 Bruins early in the third period.
Of course, the Boston Bruins are looking for a split in Buffalo, which would tie the series at 2. Seem to be on their way to doing exactly that.
Well, in our next intermission coming up, we'll go live to Buffalo for the action of the Bruins and the Sabres. And here referee Ron Hogarth is sorting out penalties. The initial altercation involved Fogelin and LaValle. Kevin LaValle is going to the penalty box. Fogelin and Hunter were sent to the dressing room. And the question is, was Hunter a third man in? Will he be banished from the game for coming into that altercation? It has to be the opinion of the referee in that case, whether he interprets it that way. And Lanny McDonald's doing a lot of arguing, and Hogarth, the referee, is waving McDonald and Hughes away as he continues to talk with his linesman.
Just what we were talking about there, Jim, when Fogelin had the penalty for cross-checking, LaValle went back at Fogelin. That's when he has to stay away. He has to realize that his man or his team will be able to go on the power play. Instead, you retaliate, and then you draw a 2-minute minor yourself. to use a little bit of discipline in that area. There's always a time as the game progresses to even the score.
Speaking of evening the score, it's 2-all right here late in the first period. And many here speculating that this could be the last game in the old Stampede Corral, which has been an excellent building. Great place to watch a hockey game, but just a few yards away, the big Saddle Dome is under construction, and they have penciled in October 15th as the magic date when the Flames hope to open their schedule next season at home in the Saddle Dome. Here are the penalties.
Edmonton, number 2, Lee Fogelin, 2 minutes for cross-checking and 5 minutes for fighting. To the Flames, number 19, Tim Hunter, 2 minutes for roughing and 5 for fighting. And to the Flames, number 15, Kevin LaValle, 2 minutes for roughing. The time, 18:01.
So you hear the penalties called. The Flames do a little arguing about it. Lanny McDonald goes over along with the referee Hogarth. Now, there might have been a mistake there because there appears to be some communication going on, so perhaps the announcement was not the same as Ron Hogarth handed out the penalties, because there seems to be some confusion there yet. But no indication of a third man in, game misconduct to Tim Hunter. But now Russell and McDonald continue to talk to Hogarth. The off-ice officials are from Vancouver, as during the Stanley Cup playoffs, they bring in those officials from other cities around the league.
Now with a game suspension, number 27. Of course, you don't see that number on his back as Dave Semenko was sitting it out, watching from far corner close to the Oiler dressing room. And Jim Poplinski talking to Bearcat Murray, the trainer.
Well, Ron Hogarth going to get things going again here with 1:59 left in the period. And so far, the only player in the penalty box is Kevin LaValle. And now Wayne Gretzky wants an interpretation, and Ron Hogarth is taking quite a bit of time to get the game going again. The Oilers are coached by Glenn Sather, and his assistants, by the way, are Ted Green, who was with a Stanley Cup champion in Boston.
To Edmonton's number 2, Lee Fogelin, 2 minutes for cross-checking, 2 minutes for high sticking, plus 5 for fighting. To the Flames, number 19, Tim Hunter, 2 minutes for roughing and 5 for fighting. And to number 15, Kevin LaValle, 2 minutes for high sticking. The time of the penalty is 18:01.
Well, it doesn't change the penalty minutes as far as I heard the announcement.
Well, 2 additional penalty minutes have been added to Lee Fogelin, so that'll make both teams playing a man short.
Right, Fogelin gets a double minor and a major. In comes Wayne Gretzky, centering the puck. Coffey moving in as he likes to race in from the point. Coffey backhanded in front. Edwards kicked it away. Reinhardt gets it to Hislop, ahead to Kent Nielsen. Nielsen stick handing it on goal. Hislop in front as Nielsen backhands it off the chest of Mode. Nielsen. Conroy. Shot. Blocked in front. Curry slides it to the board. Huddy pinned in there by Nielsen. Conroy from the corner. Kent Nielsen. The Hislop to Nielsen. Blocked by Gretzky, who comes up with the puck. Wayne Gretzky wheeling around as Conroy moves after him. Now Coffey with the puck. Teams at equal strength, playing 5 aside at this stage. Gretzky to Huddy. The shot high. We're now in the last minute of the first period, a 2-2 tie. Gary Curry to Gretzky to Lowe. Kevin Lowe. The shot deflects off Reinhardt into the seats and out of play.
Now good defensive play by Paul Reinhardt as Kevin Lowe again moved from that defensive position as we've seen the whole series. The Oilers do that and just put the stick down on the ice and deflect it into the crowd. But just a few moments ago, you could see the Calgary Flames backing in when they had an opportunity of taking Gretzky right at the blue line.
50 seconds, 5-0, 50 seconds left in the first period. Grant Fuhr, the backup goaltender for the Oilers. Reggie Lemelin, the backup goaltender for the Flames in Game 4 of the series. Edmonton leading 3-0. This has no doubt been Calgary's best period of the series. Perhaps second period of Game 1 also they played very well. Mark Messier going into the puck. Russell bumps him in the corner. And the play is stopped as the puck is held in their skates. 25 seconds left in the period. And now Eloranta is pushed by Messier. And this draws a little crowd.
Well, the Flames have certainly done a better job of forechecking. They haven't given the Oilers that much skating room the way they have in the first 3 games, staying close. And they have managed to get 14 shots against goaltender Andy Moog, some of the very difficult variety. But what I've noticed, Jim, is they're driving for that net. That second man is going to the net. That's the way McDonald scored his goal, and had it not been for the giveaway by McCowan, they very well had the lead going into the second period.
Ken Lunsman and Kent Nielsen on this face-off. Nielsen took quite a rap from Lunsman as Nielsen won the draw. Reinhardt. This is Nielsen with a pass. Gregg shoots the puck into the Calgary zone. Lunsman racing after it. Reinhardt with him. And he just did get a piece of him as Conroy got the puck. This one to Nielsen. Come to center. Nielsen a long drive wide of the net. 5 seconds left in the period. Low from back of the net, just killing the remaining seconds. And there's the siren to end the first period. So the score at the end of the first period, Calgary 2, Edmonton 2.
Boy, you sure know how to throw a party.
Well, it's on the wrist.
Hi, I just moved in next door. May I borrow a cup of golden? Thanks.
On my watch?
Do you swim a lot?
Oh, just enough to keep from drowning. So, you're an old friend of Bob's.
Oh, sure. We go back, must be an hour.
What a great way to open a party.
All you gotta say is golden.
To be able to compete and succeed in today's business environment, it is more important than ever that Canadian companies stay in shape. Hard work, personal sacrifice, and determination are still the secrets of success. And in the long haul, the more determined we are to succeed, the more successful we will be. CN, in business for Canada.
The value of the Canadian dollar, the health of our economy. What shape are we in? What's in store? See Budget 83, a CBC News special live Tuesday.
Yet another record last night in Game 3 for the Oilers' Wayne Gretzky. 4 goals and 3 assists, a 7-point night, and that's a Stanley Cup playoff record. Wayne, in the first 2 games of the series against the Calgary Flames, you seem to have your problem. What did you do differently last night?
Well, I think that last night was just one of those nights that things seemed to go my way. The team has played well the whole series, and unfortunately our line hadn't contributed a whole lot offensively, and we knew that it was just a matter of time before we got it going, and Anderson and Curry are good hockey players, and we seemed to put it together last night.
At any point, were you beginning to doubt yourself?
No, I don't think so. I think that the only time that I start to worry about scoring goals and getting assists and helping other people put the puck in the net is when we're not getting opportunities, when we're not skating. And we felt that we had some chances that the puck wasn't bouncing for us right away. And if we kept working hard and kept skating, that eventually things would start going our way.
You received some inspiration last night from a golfer and a tennis player. How did that work?
Well, it just seemed to be one of those days that watching TV that people I knew were fighting for championships, and of course Jimmy Nelfer and Carleen Bassett were doing very well, and we had hoped that they were able to win, and they came very close, and it just seemed to get us a little bit more excited.
The Oilers tied Stanley Cup record last night with 3 shorthanded goals. Now, what is Calgary doing wrong, and what are the Oilers doing right?
Well, I think that So far, we, again, have had the breaks while we've been playing shorthanded. We know that Calgary is using a forward on defense, and when we're getting the puck, we're not firing it down the ice as a lot of teams do, killing the penalties. And we've just been taking our time and playing it like a 2-on-2 situation, and so far it's been working well for us.
So far, the Stanley Cup playoff series have been fairly easy. Is there a danger of overconfidence for the Oilers?
No, I don't think so. I think that we realize that at any time a hockey team can come back and win a game or win a series, and we have them 3-0 now. We have to work very hard tonight. Calgary's not a quitting team. They have a lot of character. The people, McDonald, Riseborough, Reinhardt. We have to come out and give it our best shot, and we want to try to win every series as fast as possible to rest up and prevent from injuries.
Do you have a preference, Chicago or Minnesota?
No, I don't think so. Any team in the playoff is tough, and both of those teams are tough. We have to worry about this game tonight, and we get by this one, we'll look for the future.
Wayne, good luck from here on in.
Thank you very much, Steve.
Coming up next, our Stanley Cup update. Hockey Night in Canada continues in just a moment.
Hold it. You ain't going home just yet.
I got me a big muffler problem here, boy, and you top guns are gonna fix it. Ah, yes. Very fast. Very professional. Now, what's in this for me? What's this?
Midas muffler guarantee, Sheriff.
Ah, that's real cute, boy.
No, sir. Just real good.
We're tied at 2 after one period here in Calgary. Reinhardt and McDonald for the Flames, Curry and Gretzky scoring for the Oilers. 2-2 after 1. And now we're going to take you to the Buffalo Auditorium, where the Boston Bruins are playing the Buffalo Sabres. It's been a very entertaining game so far. That's our Stanley Cup update game. We are going to go live. Play there now is in the third period. The Boston Bruins, who have really been outplaying the Sabres in this one, are leading by a score of 4-2. Your announcers at the Auditorium in Buffalo are Fred Cusick and David Shea. Let's go there live right now.
Kluzak and Ruff in for 5 minutes each for fighting. Penalties coming at 9:42. Lindy Ruff got the first few punches in and actually got a good hold of Kluzak's jersey. He'll need a new sweater when he comes back out, but Kluzak came on strong at the end of that exchange. Kluzak looks like he's wearing a cardigan sweater rather than a pullover. And Kluzak will head for the dressing room to get a new jersey.
Gord Kluzak. What an outstanding job he has done, called upon. Seen limited service throughout the season, but in the playoffs with Milbury hurt, he's done a job. The puck is back to Height. Screen shot misses, and Krushelnyski able to clear it out. Over the line, Mike scored a big goal at the start in the first minute of the third period. The Bruins broke 3-on-1, seemed to foul up the play. Peterson kept it going, got it to Krushelnyski, and with the big reach, he evaded a Sabre and put a backhander by Bob Sauvé. Halfway through the third period, Boston leads 4-2. Lindy Ruff, I think they're checking his eye. His right hand a little sore. He's had a lot of battles. And I tell you, Kluzak really connected. Casper against McKegney. Ball goes deep to Height. Around for Housley. Up the boards. Cleared out on the left wing for Gilles Amel. Checked by Park. At center ice, McKegney checked by Casper. Casper pokes it over the line. Now Krushelnyski kept it in with the long reach. Drives it in around the boards. And it is picked up by Amel. Lost it. Bruce Crowder keeps it going in deep. Height. The Bruins forechecking. Now to Housley. Good pass off to Foligno. He breaks with McKegney. Gets away. Moves it to McKegney. McKegney sweeps it across on the other side. And it's cleared up. Not out. Bruce Crowder taps it out. Breaking. Krushelnyski over the line. Coming on Housley. Moves in deep. Near the net. Centers it. And Fork couldn't quite get it. Break. One-hand play by Krushelnyski on Phil Housley. And earlier this year, he scored a goal with his spin around on Housley. Right back now comes Housley. Housley the clear in. Back for it, Fork. Amel on him. He can't clear it out. Kept in by McKegney. Get in deep. Fork is on it. Fork Misfired, gets it, and clears it out. At center ice, loose puck picked up by Fergus. For O'Connell. Back for Fergus over the line. And it is ruled offside. 8:47 left, third period. Boston leads 4-2.
Follow the Bruins throughout the playoffs by picking up your copy of the 82-83 Bruins Yearbook and Media Guide. This year's edition is the largest and most informative in the club's history. And to get your copy, send a check for $5.50 to the Boston Bruins Pro Shop, Box 8725, Boston 02114. Or call 742-0200 and charge it to your MasterCard or Visa.
Keith Crowder forechecking, forced an errant pass. O'Connell gets it back. Keith Crowder snaps it in wide. Back for Berta. A pass up. Cleared away to Payroll. Payroll to Mike Ramsey. 4 men on the attack. Mike Ramsey goes deep on Howe. Centers it. It's missed across by Sealing. Wrapped around the boards for Payroll. Payroll off from the court. Check. And cleared away by McTavish. This has been the threatening line for Buffalo. Payroll and McCourt particularly. Sealing on the right wing. Sealing fires up, connects with McCourt. McCourt, check. Big play there by Marty Howe. Just at the right time. Over the Buffalo line, Keith Crowder gets it. Clears it out. Ben Boxmeer trying to come back. Ben Boxmeer checked all the way by Barry Peterson. Floats to O'Connell. Middleton. Peterson. Now it's taken over by Housley. Housley trying to break in. Pass blocked by Mike Gillis. Get away now on the left wing side. Gillis loses to Housley. Battles for it again on the boards. Takes the hit. Peterson clears it in deep. Back for it is Housley. Steele, Middleton. Middleton for Park. Park shot very wide. Savard trying to come out. Gillis after him. Middleton breaks it up. Comes off the boards with it. Gives it to Peterson. Shoots. Scores! Another assist for Rick Middleton as he set up Barry Peterson for a quick wrist shot from 30 feet. And the Bruins lead 5-2. The remarkable Rick Middleton. What stick handling.
We're going to see it again. Middleton not only saves it, but plays it to himself off the boards and beats Peterson. Now Peterson will use Housley as a screen, beating Sauvé high over the shoulders. What a play by Middleton. Nice shot by Peterson. Watch Peterson wait. Now he's got Housley as a screen. Stick side, upper corner.
Live action from Buffalo, where the Boston Bruins now lead by a score of 5-2. We'll keep you posted on that one. Coming up next, Howie Meeker and the highlights. We'll return with the Stanley Cup playoffs in just a moment.
Ford is first to offer buyers triple choice. That means a choice of 10.9% financing,
Or an automatic transmission at no extra cost.
or a $300 check direct from Ford on Lynx and Escort.
Or a $500 check on LN7, EXP, Mustang, and Capri.
Take your pick of this sporty pack. Then choose your buyer's triple choice. See your participating Ford or Mercury dealer for details today. He'll give you quality, value, and choice right down the line.
All competitors, please report to the registration.
350.
Gotta see this. Come here.
4-speed.
Hey, that's our song. Now that's a good start. When you're hearing that song, Molson Light has got heart. It's like taste has got heart. Molson Light has got heart. Molson Light has got heart.
Heart. Join the movement to Molson Light.
Since Country Canada first visited Ken Riddell's beef farm, things have changed.
In the last 2 years, the whole thing is gone.
What happened between then and now? Country Canada, Sunday.
After one period of play here in Calgary, we're all tied at 2 shots on goal in that period, 14-10 in favor of the Flames. Howie Meeker, Paul Reinhardt's goal, a good example of how to work the power play.
Well, certainly the Flames are moving the puck to the open man, and they're moving it firmly and crisply, and that's the big difference. And then they're getting someone in front of the net to screen, and that's something they didn't do before. Here we'll like to show you this. There's the inverted triangle. A lot of teams try to kill the penalties by putting 2 men back in front. See how 3 men are open in front of the net? Now, here comes the shot, and look at in front of the net. Some pretty heavy traffic. Bridgman's in there, and I think he might have got a bit of it, but there were all kinds of Calgary players there looking for a rebound. Well, Wayne Gretzky, the great one. I'll tell you right here, that puck should have been just dumped out into center ice, and the trailing man should have been behind the puck carrier. You just can't fool around at the blue line like that. Bottom of your screen is Mr. Gretzky, and he gets the puck. When does he have the puck? Now, here's great talent. The object is right here. The goaltender has to squarely face the puck, not the puck carrier. Now, watch how Gretzky leans way out and just eases it by over the glove, the catching hand of Don Edwards. Squarely faced the puck. Edwards was squarely facing the man. Well, the fellow they've been waiting to do something for, or to do something so far in this series, Kent Nielsen. Watch this great move he puts on the defenseman. Nielsen has just all kinds of talent, should be scoring goals. He's been silent so far in this series, but you never can tell with the skill that he has when he's going to break loose. Now here, we'll show you that move. Look at him. Drops the puck back in the skate, picks it up on his stick, and walks in, takes the other defenseman out and tries to go high on the short side, but there's no way Andy Moe's going to leave that short side open. That's just a great play by Nielsen. He has to do more of that if Calgary's going to win this hockey game.
I love that little move with the skate. It's something the Europeans seem to do exceptionally well.
Well, I see a lot of Canadians, a lot of hockey players try it in practice, but not too many have the confidence to try it in a game, but he can do it.
Full marks to Lanny McDonald tonight, playing with a great deal of courage because we know he's injured.
Well, he came late. That just was, I thought, a tremendous rush by the Calgary defenseman, and he went all the way and got the shot at the net, and Lanny just timed it right and come through the slot wide open. Nobody turned to pick him up, and he got his stick in the puck and it went in.
You're Bob Johnson. You're in the dressing room of the Calgary Flames. What do you say to your club now? You're tied at 2. You know if you lose this one, it's all over.
Take the man. Take the man. Take the man. All over the ice. Take the man. I would think, had 20 good, solid checks, and that's more than they had in the previous 3. They can stay in this hockey game and any hockey game that they play Edmonton if they take the man. Take the man. If they don't, they turn away. They're dead.
You're Glenn Sather. You're in the Oilers dressing room. Is there a fear of overconfidence? So easy last night in a 10-2 victory. Now Calgary's playing one of their best games in the series. It's tied at 2. What do you say?
Don't take a foolish penalty. Don't take a foolish penalty. They're going to take us. They're going to take us. They're going to play the body. Don't retaliate. Don't retaliate. Don't give them a chance to work in the power play, and it's going to be a heck of a game.
Is there any possibility that Calgary, the way they're playing right now, can pull this one off and force a 5th game?
Oh, possibility. The way you're kind of betting right now, I would think the odds are in favor. Honest, the odds are in favor of Calgary if they keep just finishing the check and taking the man. And when they get to the blue line, dump it out. Don't start to make fancy plays. And the last man should never have the puck. Someone always has to back up the last man. If you take the man all the time, all over the ice, and you obey the simple rule that you don't go on the attack till you get the puck out over the blue line, okay, and the last man never carries it out, you can win a lot of hockey games on those 2 things.
Okay, Howie Meeker, thank you very much for your comments. Right now, let's join Jim Robson and Gary Dornhofer. Gentlemen?
Thank you, Steve. Getting ready for period number 2 in a 2-2 tie. As Reinhardt, with the Oilers 2 men short, opened the scoring. His goal assisted by McDonald and Chouinard. Gary Curry's goal set up by Wayne Gretzky on a power play. Lanny McDonald's goal, the one that bounced in off Paul Coffey from Russell and Elorenda. Gretzky's goal from Anderson, you saw on the highlights there with Howie. The shots 14-10 in Calgary's favor, but Gary Dornhofer, they had a very big edge early in the period.
Yes, they certainly did. And, Jim, when you're facing elimination, I think each player approaches the game a little differently. And I think one thing that has to be on everybody's mind, that every shift becomes so very important. Every time you're out on the ice, you think to yourself, I'm going to outwork the man that I'm facing. If you're a right winger, you're looking at that left winger, I'm going to outwork you when I'm out in the ice, and I'm going to make things happen. And if the Flames are willing to do that every time they step on the ice, they can certainly make a game of it and have an excellent chance of winning. They showed a lot of positive things in that period as they skated with the Oilers. They worked the corners, they got men in front of the net, and they have to continue to do that for 60 minutes.
And as we start the second period, you see there's quite a bit of activity over there in the penalty box. Lee Vogelin and teammate is Dave Lumley serving his second minor, because Vogelin also got a major. Kevin LaValle got a minor for roughing, and Tim Hunter got a roughing minor and a fighting major. Although there's only 2 seconds left in the minor penalties, to the first one to Vogelin and the second to Kevin LaValle, and now they expire as the action gets underway in the Calgary zone. That's Don Edwards in goal for the Flames. Andy Moog is in goal for Edmonton. The score 2-2 starting the second period. Weisbrod trying to poke the puck out. This is Gretzky from the corner to Anderson. His shot is blocked by Reinhardt. Reinhardt has played an awful lot of hockey for the Flames all season long, getting a lot of ice time again tonight. Dougie Risebrough. Nielsen shot wide. In goes Conroy, kicking to get control of the puck. Centered it and tipped to the corner. Nielsen after it there. Wins the race for the puck. Took a hit as he won the race for the puck. And now the Oilers come out. Anderson tipped away off of Curry's stick. Wayne Gretzky with the puck. Too far ahead for Curry, and the play is offside.
Curry always seems to have a good game, and when you add up the goals and assists, he's always in the score sheet, but the job he does defensively for Gretzky and Anderson is something that people talk about all the time. You know, looking at this building here at the Corral, its regulation size, 200 by 85, good ice conditions. Opposing players have difficulty. It has the illusion of being a lot smaller, which is because of the boards here, about 6 inches higher than what you find at other buildings.
Loose puck into the Edmonton zone. Huddy chasing the puck as it slides to Moog. Huddy to Coffey. Rink wide to Huddy. Up front it's Lindsman with Messier and Willie Lindstrom carrying the puck. Lindstrom hooked. The play went offside as he moved in over the Flame blue line. And he got tangled up along the boards with Greg Meredith, and they're rather slow getting up.
Jim, we've noticed that both teams have utilized the end board, firing that puck along the ice, and the opposite winger can grab a pretty good rebound and a good shot on net. That certainly has to benefit a team like the Edmonton Oilers with their speed on the wings.
Gretzky cooling off at the bench. He's had a goal and an assist in this 2-2 tie. Reinhardt and McDonald were the leading shooters in the first period. Those two Calgary players each had 3 shots on goal. Eloranta and Russell. Russell with the puck. Hooked off it. Keeps working for it. Hislop, hard pass, tipped away at center ice. Messier plays it back to Coffey. To Charlie Huddy, the leading plus-minus player in the NHL. Now Coffey coming in quickly. Moving in on Eloranta. Centered the puck. Russell flipped it away. Didn't take any chances getting that puck out from front of the net.
Now, one thing Lanny McDonald doesn't have to worry about, he doesn't have to face Dave Hunter of the Oilers. Johnson has moved him along the Bridgman's line.
Lindsman and Messier coming in. Messier in the front of the net. There's a chance for Willie Lindstrom. A loose puck is down. It bounces off the post. They finally cover it up. It's the little round black thing, boys.
Boy, I thought Eloranta was going to kick that thing right into net. Anxious moments for Don Edwards and the Calgary Flames. Let's have a look at it as Lindstrom has a golden opportunity. It's centered in the front by Lindsman. Now watch the puck heading for the net. Now Eloranta, he's right there. Watch what he does. Will I kick it in? Whoop. And Edwards is hollering, let me at it.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Gary Eloranta, who was with the St. Louis Blues in the playoffs last year after starting the season with Calgary, then came back to the Flames. That's Reggie Lemelin, the backup goaltender, and there's Don Edwards. 2-2 tie. Chances put for Lumley. Couldn't get a shot. Lumley and McCown battling as they go after the puck. Don Nuckbauer, number 26, to Lumley, back of the net. Lumley coming in front. And his shot dribbled through the crease. Nuckbauer going to the front of the net. Getting a chance. Fighting for the puck. Tipped away. There's a penalty coming up. It'll be a Calgary penalty for a hook on Nuckbauer by McCown. The Oilers will go on the power play. From the Stampede Corral in Calgary, this is Stanley Cup 83 on CBC.
Canada's weather can prey on your house and your house paint. The sun fades it. The heat peels it. The cold cracks it. The wetness rots it. Your defense? Canadian Tire Paints. Now save $5 on Easy Flow interior latex, just $8.99. Save $6 on exterior latex, just $10.99. Remember Canadian Tire's Easy Flow paint, because only the strong survive.
Don Nuckbauer, who's been inserted in the lineup because of the suspension to Dave Semenko, gets hauled down by Jamie McCowan, and the Oilers will again try the power play. And right now, their penalty killing, shorthanded goals, leads the power play by a 4-3 mark.
This is Edmonton's second power play opportunity in this game, and Gretzky set up a power play goal by Curry on their earlier power play opportunity. Coffey racing to the puck, flipping it high. It's on top of the boards, and now Reinhardt gets control of it, putting it off the boards, gets it again, and clears it out. Now the Oiler power play, number 7 is Coffey, 22 is Huddy. They're playing the points. Up front, they got number 11, Messier, number 17, Curry, and number 99. Messier. Poke check out the puck. Coffey picks it up. Gretzky brings it in. Good pass to Curry. Waiting for someone in front. Coffey. Right in front. Puck poked loose. Doug Riceborough slides it, not out. Coffey keeps it in. Coffey. In front. Messier's shot. Hits Reinhardt, and he's got another bruise to add to his collection, blocking that shot. Riceborough and Meredith are the penalty-killing forwards. Reinhardt on defense with Conroy. Pete Conroy with the puck to Meredith. Now Nielsen out there coming in. Weak shot, turned aside by Mose. Nielsen, excellent penalty killer. Threat to score when his team is shorthanded. Curry turning with the puck. Pushing it to center ice, and Conroy with a little room to pass it now to Jamie Hislop. Makes a nice move. Mose steered it away. Gretzky turning with the puck. 37 seconds left in the penalty to Jamie McCown. Gretzky in on Reinhardt. The shot. Edwards stopped it. Gretzky tried to center it and hit Reinhardt. Gretzky puts it in front. Knocked down by Conroy. This is Mel Bridgman in on Kevin Lowe. Shot wide. Hislop goes after the puck. Now Bridgman from the corner. Calgary getting excellent penalty killing during McCown's penalty. Now Lowe gets the puck. 8 seconds left in this Edmonton power play. Kenny Linsman in on Reinhardt. Linsman, great speed. Good play by Reinhardt. Took him right to the corner. Took him off the puck. Beers getting the puck. Calgary's back at full strength. Had a great turn of penalty killing there. Here's a chance for Anderson right in. The play is whistled down. At the blue line, the play had been stopped.
Now Willie Lindstrom trying to shake off the effects of that check right at the blue line.
Bogart talking to Stickle. I don't think there's going to be a penalty assessed, though.
Lenny McDonald and Ken Linsman having a few words, and I believe Ron Hogarth has called a penalty against Ken Linsman.
Tonight's Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from Calgary.
Hey, it's a sizzling hot day in the cottage country. You lucky guys should have lazing in the sun. Here's one for you.
That's my kind of music.
Now that's a good start. When you're hearing that song, Molson Light has got heart. It is hard to go wrong. It's like has got heart. Molson Light has got heart. Heart.
Join the movement to Molson Light.
There's a penalty assessed here, although I didn't pick up the announcement. It's Linsman for delay of the game.
And McDonald, they both draw penalties.
Lanny McDonald and Ken Linsman, each getting 2 minutes for delay of the game, as we were trying to pick up the announcement on those penalties at 4:26 of this second period in a 2-2 tie. Chicago and Minnesota are tied 3-3 in the third period.
Lysiak has tied that game up with his second goal of the game.
Here is the 2-2 tie early in the second period. Wayne Gretzky in on Eloranta. And they're offside at the Calgary blue line.
And Jim, also the Rangers lead the Islanders by a 3-0 count in the third period as Pavlich and Ruotsalainen have added to that goal by McPhee. Coach Glenn Sather finds his team tied at 2. The toughest of the Flames have played against the Oilers. We got a real contest going.
With those penalties to Linsman McDonald for delay of the game as they were arguing and threatening to get into an altercation when there was a stoppage in play. The teams are at equal strength but 5 aside. Russell with the puck. Watched by Eric Curry. Now Phil Russell, the captain of the Flames. The Yellowton, the young center, lost the puck. Gretzky in on Edwards. Hooked by Russell. Penalty for sure. Bill Russell for hooking Wayne Gretzky. This is Hockey Night in Canada from the Stampede Corral in Calgary.
This is the best-selling four-cylinder pickup built in North America. The small Ford Ranger. Now with a big new V6 engine. The most powerful V6 in any small pickup. More horsepower than any other truck in its class. And a bigger payload than Chevy's S10. The Ford Ranger V6. The most powerful small pickup you can buy. Tough Ford Ranger at Ford and Mercury dealers.
Now keep an eye on Kerry Yellowton and the back checking and what Gretzky does to him. Elorenta probably should have been backing up the play, and it took Phil Russell a pretty good effort to come back and prevent Gretzky from getting a shot on net, but he was called on the hooking call. So again, the Oilers will enjoy this 4-on-3 situation.
That's right. It's crucial because there's lots of room to skate. The shot by Gretzky deflects wide. Lots of room for those skaters. Gretzky right in front. Puck poked loose. Messier going after it. Reinhardt goes in to check it. Messier controlling the puck. Coffey along the blue line. Coffey. Passing. Huddy's shot kicked away and the puck flies out.
Good position by goaltender Don Edwards on that shot by Huddy.
Coffey, Huddy, Gretzky, and Messier out there for Edmonton. Huddy bringing it in. Checked by Conroy. Coffey in the slot. Shot blocked. Gretzky in front, backhanded. Scramble, and Edwards covers up the puck. And now here's Steve Armitage.
This is the Stanley Cup update from Buffalo in the final seconds of this Game 4 from the auditorium. At this point, Boston have a big 6-2 lead. Rick Middleton, really the story for the Boston Bruins in Game 4. He had a couple of goals and set up a couple more. It was all Boston completely outplaying the Sabres. They win it by a score of 6-2. They now lead that series 3-1 as they congratulate Pete Peters and head back to Boston.
Here it's a 2-2 tie. Just hit the 6-minute mark, second period. A break for Doug Risebrough. Gretzky cutting him off. Risebrough's shot stopped by Mose. Gretzky skating miles up there tonight. Messier in on Conroy and Reinhardt. Puck goes loose. Cleared out by Risebrough. The penalties to Linsman and McDonald just about over. Messier right in. Turned around. Reinhardt gets the puck. Reinhardt's on the ice most of the time. Risebrough and Reinhardt coming in. Reinhardt with the puck. Jamie Hislop to Reinhardt. Tied up in the corner by Curry. Linsman, who just came out of the penalty box, comes down the ice. Oilers still in the power play. Drop pass to Lindstrom. Gretzky shot on the sharp angle, kicked out by Edwards. Look how long Gretzky's shift is. He's finally coming to the bench. He's out there for a couple of minutes at least.
Well, that isn't anything new for Wayne Gretzky. Sometimes he's out there 3 and 4 minutes at a time.
8 seconds left in the power play. Dunn cleared the puck, but not out. Hislop brings it out. Now Calgary comes back to full strength as you see Russell coming out of the penalty box. Cote clears the puck off the boards and gets it out. Dunn chasing the puck. Edwards comes out to help him out. Meredith. Hard pass, misses Hislop. Fogelin chasing the puck. Icing called on Calgary. With a score, Calgary 2, Edmonton 2. This is Stanley Cup 83.
At Mutual Life, most of us learn about being a parent the same way you do, firsthand. So we understand your hopes for tomorrow because we share them. And when you go to buy life insurance for yourself, we know who you're really thinking of because we know what you know.
Life is a mutual affair.
Hey,
Here in Calgary, it's a 2-2 tie. I'd like to point out that the Boston victory in Buffalo ties up their series, 2 wins apiece. So they'll go at least 6 games. in that Adams Division final. This is the Smythe Division final. Right in front, Cote shot is blocked. He's grabbed by Aloranta. Edwards comes out to play the puck to Lanny McDonald. Can't get it out. Kevin Lowe tipped it in. Cote centering it. It tipped away from Hughes. Russell clears it out to center ice. We've reached the 8-minute mark of the second period. Calgary and Edmonton, the Battle of Alberta, in a 2-2 tie. Russell from the corner. Kevin LaValle. Guy Chouinard now with the puck. Chouinard fakes the shot. The play's offside. Lanny McDonald in too soon, and he seemed to twist his ankle going in offside.
Brent Sutter has scored for the Islanders, but the Rangers have won the game 3-1. McPhee, Havlich, Ruotsalainen, and that series is tied, and it goes back to the Island. What a series. What a comeback by the Rangers.
That's right. They were shut out convincingly in Game 2. But their series is tied at 2 wins apiece. Lanny McDonald coming in on Kevin Lowe as McDonald shot wide. Hughes scooping it outside the line. Kevin LaValle, number 15. He's from Sudbury, Ontario, but the play goes offside.
Jim, you've seen a lot of shooters around the National Hockey League, but Kevin LaValle probably shoots it as good as anyone. Unfortunately, they don't always hit the net in the glass and the boards, but when he can shoot them and they're on the net, it gives the goaltenders a lot of trouble.
That's Yari Curry at the Edmonton bench. 2-2 tie. As Chouinard gets control of the puck. Trying to get it to McDonald. Lowe chasing the puck. LaValle goes into forecheck. Hughes tips it to Lee Fogelman. Nice pass brought in. Cote to Hunter. Dave Hunter's shot in Aloranta. Hunter back in the net. Taken to the ice by Aloranta. McDonald is bumped. Then he pushed Cote to the side. Loose puck in front. LaValle bumped by Hughes. He crashed into the boards in the collision, but bounces right up to the puck. Dave Hunter. Lee Fogelman slap shot. Hits Chouinard's stick. Lanny McDonald coming to center with Guy Chouinard, but they leave the puck behind. Dave Hunter takes possession. Lowe. Through the middle. Dumping it in to allow a line change. We played 9.5 minutes. Second period, 2-2 tie. All the goals in the first period. Lanny McDonald lost it to Gretzky. His shot is stopped. Another great steal by Gretzky. He's having an excellent game. He does most nights, but he's really skating, showing a lot of leadership, and he makes things happen.
A lot of people say Wayne Gretzky can't forecheck. Well, there's a good example of it. It's Lanny McDonald trying to carry that puck out of his own zone. Watch this by Gretzky. Just strips the puck away from him, and again gets that excellent shot on net. Oh, good save by goaltender Don Edwards, and then puck's in the corner, and there's Gretzky right beside him again doing that forechecking.
Greg backhands it in front. Reinhardt, a long breakaway pass for Kent Nielsen. Tipped off his stick, and Don Jackson knocks the puck to the corner. Jackson with a good effort to get back on Nielsen. Calgary likes to do that long pass. Gretzky in on Reinhardt. Gretzky fakes the shot, took the shot, went wide as it tipped off. Reinhardt did a good job defending on that dangerous one-on-one. Gretzky from the corner. Pinned by Jackson. Jimmy Jackson took him to the ice. Reinhardt to Kent Nielsen. In on Don Jackson. Rysbrough from the corner. Tried to center it. Reinhardt took a whack at it. Kent Nielsen just missed it in front. Don Jackson goes to the puck. Gretzky can't pick it up. Yari Curry reaching for it. Shoots it in. 9.5 minutes left. Second period. Edwards gets caught out of the net. But his teammates recover possession. Reinhardt. I heard you call that name a lot tonight. Now to Nielsen. To Bridgman. Huddy hustles to the puck. To Yari Curry. Now Coffey. Stand on his pass. Rolling puck picked up by Jamie Hislop shooting it in. Huddy getting the puck. Now Ken Linsman. Glenn Anderson is number 9 for the Oilers. But they're offside at the Calgary blue line. Hockey Night in Canada will continue in a moment.
That's our kind of music.
Now a nice good start. When you're hearing that song, Molson Light has got heart. It is hard to go wrong. Slight taste has got heart. Molson Light has got heart.
Heart. Showing the movement to Molson Light.
Face off just outside the Calgary line. Rel Bridgman after the puck, ran into Coffey. Huddy shoots it in. Richie Dunn back to get the puck. Henlensman goes into forecheck. Dunn hard pass off the boards, gets away from Hislop. Huddy to Coffey. Back to Huddy. And to Messier. Messier going for the net, centering it. Tip behind the goal. Hislop, number 17 for the Flames. Formerly with Quebec, obtained in the Van Bouchard trade. Meredith to Bridgman. Bridgman right in. And Moog made the save on the short side. And the crowd thought there could have been a penalty when Bridgman was moving in. Dunn cleared the puck out as the play is called as a high stick knocked the puck out of the air.
Well, the fans certainly don't like it as Bridgman seemed to be home free. But Bob Johnson, coach of the Flames, has to be very encouraged the way his team has responded to the challenge tonight. They have played their hearts out and have applied the body. Here's a good check by Kevin LaValle. Johnson had talked about it, that they had to be physical against the Edmonton Oilers tonight. They have done a lot more of it. That's why they're in this hockey game.
Eloranta to Russell. Almost lost it at the blue line. Tim Hunter. Kevin LaValle shot. Off the target as Moog went for the puck. Don Nuckbauer, number 26, the former Hartford Whaler from Prince George, British Columbia. His first appearance in the series. Yellowman lost his helmet, but hauled down by Lee Fogelin. He's going to get a penalty, and the Flames will have the man advantage. Live from Calgary, the Stanley Cup playoff.
The company that has sparked more engines than any other company in the world now introduces Guaranteed Performance. If you don't agree that fresh Champion spark plugs make your car run better, return the plugs to Champion within 60 days, and we'll give you your money back. So no matter what kind of car you drive, get Guaranteed Performance from Champion, because nothing sparks like a Champion. Guaranteed.
Now some excellent puck pursuit by Kerry Yellowman will result in a penalty to Lee Fogelin of the Edmonton Oilers. So the Flames will be on the power play.
Hooking is the infraction. 12:09 is the time in the second period. Calgary's third power play opportunity. They scored a power play goal when the Oilers were 2 men short early in the game. That was the first goal of the game scored by Reinhardt. Chouinard is number 7 at the point. Reinhardt shoots.
Now Paul Reinhardt enjoying his best game of the series, offensively and defensively. Lets the slap shot go and just beats goaltender Andy Moog. He wasn't strained. Probably should have had that one. Good feed by Chouinard. Right from the faceoff, a power play goal, and the Flames have taken the lead. Number 23, Reinhardt, he has logged an awful lot of ice time in both ends of the ice. Let's have a look at goaltender Andy Moog as it gets a skate on it, goes through his legs and into the net.
Goal scored by number 23, Paul Reinhardt. Assisted by number 7, Guy Chouinard. A power play goal, the time 12:17.
One assist by Chouinard. Calgary now lead 3-2. They're back in the lead for the third time in the game. They led 1-0, they led 2-1, they now lead 3-2. Yellowman. Kevin LaValle in on Gregg. Randy Gregg took him out. LaValle took out Don Jackson with a good hit. And the crowd responds. And sometimes it takes a body check to get reaction from a team and a crowd. And that time, the big hit by Kevin LaValle on Don Jackson did just that.
Now, Bob Johnson did not dress LaValle in Game 3. So you either sulk when you sat out or you come back with reckless abandon. So at least Kevin LaValle has come back and thrown his weight around. And in this period, 2 excellent hits. But Reinhardt has been a scoring machine as far as the Calgary Flames are concerned, he now has 6 of the 9 goals that the Flames have scored.
And you remember the first period, he had 2 collisions that resulted in being shaken up and stayed on the ice. Right now they have Eloranta and Russell on defense.
Howie, let's have another look at that goal by Reinhardt.
A great pass by Chouinard. Look at there. Catches 2 of the top fellas on the box, and Reinhardt's able to move in, get a better angle, and put the shot between Moog's legs. Just a super pass by Chouinard.
But after looking at that from the high camera position, goaltender Annie Moog should have made that save because it was a shot from well out. Wasn't screened on the play, just blew the shot.
7 minutes left, second period. Calgary 3, Edmonton 2. The Flames battling to stay alive in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Coffey back for the puck, took a hit in the corner as Bridgman took him out. But here comes Lindstrom. Lindstrom is with him. The drop pass, picked up Messier right in front, it went off of Willie Lindstrom's skate. Bridgman couldn't pick up the pass. Coffey and Huddy on defense for Edmonton. Willie Lindstrom, the former Winnipeg Jet, shooting the puck in. Jamie Hislop from back of his goal. Misses the check from Lindstrom. Hislop coming out, fights his way to center ice. Ran into the linesman, Ron Finn. That was the end of the line. Bridgman gets the puck. Now Coffey takes over. Bridgman checking him, grabs him. They both go to the ice. Bridgman, I think, is going to get a penalty. In comes Charlie Huddy. Shoot! Hit the post. Huddy hit the goal post. Mel Bridgman will get the penalty. And the Oilers will go on the power play.
Jim, this is one of the few times that the Flames have been able to keep Paul Coffey from skating the puck out of his own zone, but Mel Bridgman will get the penalty on the call. Let's have a look at it as Paul Coffey will get a hold of that puck, ready to skate it out of his own zone, and Bridgman all over him and finally decides to tackle him. No question on that call.
No doubt about it.
And of course, on the delayed call, the Oilers carry the puck down and rip that one off the goalpost.
Charlie Huddy taking that hard shot. There's Mel Bridgman. He was the very first player drafted in 1975. Very first in the amateur draft taken by Philadelphia. Played his junior in Victoria, although born in Ontario. And there's Wayne Gretzky lining up for a face-off on the power play. The Oilers are 1 for 3 with a man advantage tonight. And they trail 3 goals to 2, and there'll be pressure now on Don Edwards. Conroy to Reinhardt. Curry moves to check in. Hislop got the puck out. Here comes Kent Nielsen. Kent Nielsen. Shot stopped by Moog. Hislop shoots right on. Rebound. Another chance. Nielsen shoots. And Moog has to cover up the puck.
Now the Flames are taking a page out of the Oilers playbook as far as penalty killing role and getting some glorious scoring opportunities. Some excellent work by Jamie Hislop. And immediately Kent Nielsen cut to the center ice of the area, cuts to the inside, gets that good shot on net. But Hislop followed up. Now look at the penetration and the opportunities to put that puck in. Good work by Nielsen and Jamie Hislop in a penalty killing role, and also trying to score a shorthanded goal.
Curry to Coffey. Coffey brings it in. Passing it off for Anderson. Tipped away by Hislop. Curry with the puck. Huddy has to chase it. In goes Kent Nielsen to check. Glenn Anderson back of the net to Charlie Huddy. 1 minute and 16 seconds left in Bridgman's penalty as Yari Curry carries in on Paul Reinhardt. Edwards can't reach it back of the net. Rysbrod picking Anderson near the corner. Rysbrod grabbed Anderson's stick out of his hands. Huddy keeps the puck in. Out of the corner, Gretzky. It deflects across and Curry controls it near the corner. Gretzky, after the puck can't get it, is cleared out by Greg Meredith. 47 seconds left in Bridgman's penalty. 4:50 left. Second period. The score is 3-2 for Calgary. They've taken the lead 3 times in the game as Mark Messier dances in on Bill Russell. Shot. Edwards had trouble with it and barely held it out.
A lot of times when Mark Messier carries that puck, he really tries to shoot it to the short side and almost able to squeeze that one through the legs or just inside the post, but some excellent stick handling by Mark Messier to gain the zone. Now watch him coming from the off wing. Tries to shoot it through Phil Russell with a screen, and Edwards just got a piece of it between his skates and was able to hang on. The score is still tied in Minnesota. There are 6 minutes left in that contest. Perhaps sudden death overtime.
And perhaps a tied-up series like the other two are. In the East, as the Rangers and the Bruins both won tonight. Kevin Lowe from back of his goal. 22 seconds left in the Calgary penalty. Lindstrom racing after the puck. Reinhart gets to it first. Can't get it out. Willie Lindstrom right in, passing it. The shot went wide. Messier with a great chance. Lindstrom from back of the net. Tipped away. Kept on side by Lee Fogelin. Lindstrom back of the net. Messier pinned. Calgary back at full strength. Lindstrom. Puck slides outside the Calgary zone. And the Flames hung on while short-handed. Messier shoots. Edwards stops. Messier shoots again. Edwards stops in the game. Don Edwards coming up big. Fogelin goes to the puck, shooting it in. Lindstrom goes in on Reinhart. Lanny McDonald to Phil Russell to Paul Reinhart. Chouinard can't reach the puck at center. Don Jackson's pass intercepted by Russell. Shooting it in. Cote off the boards high down the ice. McCowan of the Flames on defense with Dunn. The pass, McDonald just barely tipped it out. Don Jackson coming in. Tripped up by McDonald's broken stick as he slashed at Jackson. Randy Gregg takes the shot, blocked. Eddie Beers just failed to get a break there. Hunter from back of the net. Dave Hunter tried to center it. Chouinard covering in front, scooped it high and got it out. Good curling shot. Not far enough for icing. 2:52 left, second period. Calgary 3, Edmonton 2. And the city of Calgary blue all day today, moaning about their 10-2 loss last night. But the whole town has come alive tonight for this performance. It's a battle in the corral tonight. 2:34 left, second period. As the puck is coming up on the end boards. Little extra work. Pushing, shoving. Pat Hughes is the Edmonton player on the bottom. Trying to make out, that's Richie Dunn with him.
Now you have to hand it to the Calgary Flames. Backs up against the wall. Who knows what was going through their head after a 10-2 loss. You certainly can't be thinking positive. But Bob Johnson had said, we've got to get spectacular goaltending. You're going to see some of the best right now as Don Edwards makes the first save, and he's able to throw that pad up and prevent Messier from getting that rebound. Good goaltending. A correction on the goal, originally credited to Brent Sutter of the Islanders. Greg Gilbert has been credited with the goal. But the Rangers still win the game.
3-1 at Madison Square Garden tonight. Tie that series, the Battle of New York. Kent Nielsen. Gretzky back to check on the shot. They score! Jimmy Jackson.
Well, we've always said that Kent Nielsen can make plays, the give and go. Now watch Nielsen stop in one motion, feed it to Jackson. Now Jackson is playing on his off wing. He's in perfect position to release that shot. He doesn't hesitate. He's just trying to get it on the net. Beats goaltender Andy Moe. Well executed, and the Flames ahead 4-2.
Assisted by number 14, Kent Nielsen. And number 8, Doug Risebrow. The time is 17:40.
Assist to Nielsen and Risebrow on Jackson's second goal of the playoffs. Calgary 4, Edmonton 2. Glenn Anderson coming in. There's Curry in front. The backhand of Anderson went high. Nielsen racing for the puck. Can't get a stick on it. Anderson pokes it in. Nielsen missed it at center ice. Wayne Gretzky with a goal and an assist tonight. Failed to penetrate the defense. Kent Nielsen weaving around at center. Doug Risebrow shoots. Missed the net. 1:35 left in the period as the puck bounces. Edwards had trouble and then covered it up as the puck bounced off his pad.
Well, Jackson scoring a goal. He also was not in the lineup in Game 3. He has responded. And the fans, I think the fans have really given the Calgary Flames a lift. They are making a lot of noise in the corral tonight. But what a super play by number 8, Doug Risebrough. Just slips it through to Kent Nielsen. Now watch Jackson. He moves away. Defenseman not able to pick him up, and being a right-hand shot, just unloaded that one. Andy Moak never had a chance to move. That's the reason, as soon as it hits your stick, you try to get that shot on net.
A minute and a half left in the second period. Calgary leading 4-2. At this time, I'd like to pass along our special hello to all hospital patients and shut-ins. Those fans who can't get out to hockey games. Hope you're enjoying this one from Calgary tonight on Hockey Night in Canada. And, of course, you will see a playoff game Wednesday night. We're not sure where from. It might be Edmonton. The puck is cleared back into Oiler territory. Don Jackson back for the puck. And icing is called on the Flames. But knowing the explosive scoring power of the Oilers, the Calgary Flames know very well this game is far from over.
Oh, you're absolutely right. And Glenn Sather knows the same thing, that he has a lot of offensive power. Gretzky, Curry, Anderson. I mean, you just go right down the list. They're all capable of beating a player in a one-on-one. Oilers have to be the best team as far as one-on-one situations are concerned. So the Flames have their work cut out for them. I think it's important, this last 1 minute and 22 seconds, they want that 2-goal lead going into the third period.
Bridgman and Linsman on this face-off, and Ron Finn has a conversation. And Mel Bridgman argues with the veteran linesman, and Linsman and Bridgman are both waved out. So Reinhardt and Messier will face off. Meredith moved offside. Linsman winds up and shoots. Edwards made the save, and Messier crashed into him. Randy Gregg. Pass knocked down by Jamie Hislop to Mel Bridgman. Looking in front. Conroy shoots. Missed. And the shot bouncing off the boards. Here's a breakaway opportunity for Ken Linsman. Edwards went out of the net. Linsman shoots. And Reinhardt comes back to save a goal. Edwards scrambles back in. He's without his goal stick. Reinhardt with a big play. Offside called at the blue line.
Boy, Jim, that's a hit-and-miss situation when a goaltender comes out. You have to make sure that you're going to make contact. That's a decision the goaltender makes. Well, Don Edwards lost this one. It looked like a sure goal as Linsman picks it up, sliding towards that crease area. I don't think it would have went in, but Reinhardt, great hustle to come back and keep that one from going here in the crease area or in the goal.
Well, a little mix-up after the whistle. The game at the Met Center in Bloomington, Minnesota is now going into overtime. Chicago and Minnesota in a 3-3 tie. And there's going to be some penalties assessed here by the looks of things as Ron Hogarth. At least the penalty box is swung open, and now Mark Messier is going over there, but not going in. Now they're going to the dressing room. Messier of the Oilers and Meredith of the Flames, both penalized with 51 seconds left in the period. There goes Meredith. So the teams will be 5 aside as Bob Johnson looks on. His assistant coach is Bob Murdoch, although that's Jim Popinski alongside of him there. Bob Murdoch doesn't work at the bench with Coach Johnson. Reinhardt getting the puck, turning away from Ray Cote. Now to Kent Nielsen as they announce the minor penalties.
2 minutes for high sticking.
Messier's for high sticking.
Number 25, Greg Meredith, 2 minutes for roughing.
And Meredith, as you hear, for roughing. A steal by Kent Nielsen, but he lost his balance, couldn't control the puck. Reinhardt. Now Conroy shooting it in. Moog stopping it. Big rebound taken off by Huddy. Charlie Huddy, whose family in Toronto will be watching his performance here tonight with 15 seconds left in the second period. To the middle comes Pat Hughes. Conroy slowed him up, didn't stop him. And Edwards had to make a save on Hughes on the short side. Conroy took a bump from Cote. Time running out in the period. And there's the siren. A good second period is over.
Now, Jim, a couple of good
solid performers. Number 1 goaltender Don Edwards and number 23 Paul Reinhardt. They really stood out as the Flames lead 4-2, and they have never lost a game when they've had the lead going to third period. They've won 29, tied 5. We will see. 20 minutes to go.
So the score at the end of the second period: Calgary 4, Edmonton 2.
Good-looking dog.
I've really been working on this guy. I think he's got the potential to be a real good bird dog.
Looks real fast just lying there.
Come on, fetch, boy.
That's fast, Phil.
Keep on getting together. You keep on having your fun.
Hey, I said he had potential.
Why don't you train the cat?
Phil, that dog's dead.
You keep on stringing your ex, 'cause keeps on tasting great.
The Ford Mustang 500 is off. $500 off special value appearance packages on 83 Mustangs. Pace-setting exterior and interior options like flip-up roofs. On Mustang GT, you get sport seats, leather-wrapped steering wheel, and the TR suspension package. On other Mustangs, you get cloth seats, turbine wheel covers, and special two-tone paint. The Ford Mustang 500 is off. $500 off Mustang special value appearance packages. See your Ford dealer for details.
CBC News with George McLean.
Good evening. The opposition is calling for the resignation of Mark Lalonde over a leak of tomorrow's budget. Here's Peter Mansbridge.
It was at this morning photo opportunity of Lalonde and his budget that the details were literally revealed. The finance minister was just posing for the standard before budget pictures, but one camera got a lot more than Lalonde likely intended. This shot tells of a $4.6 billion job creation and stimulation package. Also, a proposed deficit of $31.2 billion. The opposition is outraged and wants Lalonde's resignation.
A shocking budget leak of major proportions, the like of which we have never seen in this country.
It really makes a mockery out of this whole element of secrecy as we go into the budget. And the question is, does it not throw the whole budget into some question?
Tonight, Lalonde talked to the Prime Minister and huddled with advisors, but he won't be making any public statements until tomorrow, Budget Day. Peter Mansbridge, CBC News, Ottawa.
In other news, Ronald Reagan says American peace efforts will continue in the Middle East in spite of the bombing of the U.S. Embassy in Beirut. At least 33 people have been killed in the blast. Lech Wałęsa was picked up again today by the Polish police. They held him for questioning for nearly 9 hours and ordered him back for more tomorrow. Most Canadian banks have dropped their prime interest rates to 11%. That's down half a percentage point. And the Prime Minister says he'll agree to put property rights in the Constitution if the Tories agree to pass the motion in a single day. We'll have details on these stories later on The National. And now, back to Hockey Night in Canada.
We're back live at the concourse area in the Stampede Corral, and this is a scene we did not see last night, simply because many of these fans left in disgust, but not tonight. The Calgary Flames are leading the Edmonton Oilers, and Mike, you've been watching this game. What do you think of your Flames now?
Flames rule! They're going all the way!
What do you think was the difference in that period, Mike?
Well, the Flames are shooting it in, and they're going after and hitting them.
Okay, sir, you've been watching this game. What do you think of your Calgary Flames?
The Flames are coming back. I got all the confidence in them. They're going to make it. They're going to beat them 4 straight, and they're going to come back and win the Stanley Cup.
Okay, sir, you come on over here. You've got a pair of crutches on. After they lost 10-2 last night, what did you think of the Calgary Flames? Did you think they had a chance at all?
I really wondered about it last night, but I think they got a good chance at it tonight.
Why? What are they doing differently? Where have they improved?
They're hitting the body, they're taking them out, and they seem to have it together tonight.
Okay, sir, you're hiding in behind there. Perhaps we can get you in front of the camera. What do you think of the Calgary Flames now?
Flames in 4 now. They're really playing well.
What are they doing differently?
They're hitting them. They're hitting them really well.
Did you write them off after they lost 10-2?
Yeah, I didn't feel too good about it, but I'm confident they can come back.
I think a lot of fans here must have sore ankles from jumping on and off the bandwagon.
I
agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move back here. What do you think of the Calgary Flames?
They're number 1!
You think they're playing much better tonight?
Yeah.
They're gonna knock out the Oilers?
Yeah.
Okay. As you can see, the Calgary Flame fans are in a very joyous and festive mood here. They really think that their team can come back. Coming up next, the Hockey Legend. Hockey Night in Canada continues in just a moment.
You want to break a world record. You need coaches, training, competition. So we're funding SO Swim Canada, supporting swim clubs, encouraging skills. Now good swimmers can get better, maybe the world's best. Canada! Coming through for you makes us better too.
You make us better, you do. SO. I can feel it.
Brawn.
I can feel it now.
Ultra-thin foil, platinum coated, smooth and close, and only Braun has it. If you don't believe there's a difference, shave with your rotary. Then shave right away with Braun. You can hear Braun cutting the stubble you left behind.
I can hear it.
You can sense the Braun difference. Now, with up to $10 back, you can sense the value, too.
With 16 seasons in the National Hockey League, Bob Bond stands as one of the most underrated defensemen of the 60s. He is most remembered for his contribution as a Toronto Maple Leaf. One of the great open ice body checkers, he was always feared by the opposition in his role as policeman. Bob Bond joined Bobby Orr to reflect on the highlights of his hockey career.
From the time I was just a little guy, and
Bobby Orr and the Hockey Legends. Brought to you by Planters Nuts, the legend of quality and freshness. From Jamaica, the legend of Bob Bond.
It's my pleasure to announce our selection of Canada's all-peanut team. For crunch, Mr. Peanut from Planters. For freshness, Mr. Peanut from Planters. For variety, Mr. Peanut from Planters. For taste, Mr. Peanut from Planters. Can you believe this? 9 years with the Bruins, surrounded by a bunch of animals. They're all a bunch of nuts.
Planters, Canada's all-peanut team.
I sure hope Grapes doesn't see this.
how in the world does a 7-year-old become part owner of an arena that he's playing in? Well, Bob, in those days, I managed to save up $100 and bought my first share in Scarborough Arena Gardens just to make sure I was able to play. During your junior days, you had something that I don't think any junior has had or ever will have. The Cadillac story is quite famous now, and Mr. Conn Smythe managed to do that. I used to hide my Cadillac in his garage. It was heated so I could wash it every day, and one day he happened to press his little electric button, and the door goes up, and my Cadillac is in his spot. So he told this story at the Memorial Cup dinner, and he thought junior hockey players were doing pretty well if they could afford a Cadillac.
Howie Meeker was your first coach in Toronto. I understand he was a tough taskmaster.
Yes, Howie used to run some interesting practices, like an hour and a half doing stops and starts. And this one particular day up in Noranda, Quebec, we went about an hour and a half, and there was a young 13-year-old in the stands by the name of Davy Keon who said to his mother at that time, he said, "Mom, if that's the way the Leafs have to work, I don't want any part of that."
Was there a stronger player in the league than Tim Horton?
I don't know of any. I saw him one time with Louis Fontanano over his head in the middle ice like King Kong. So.
Bond moved through the Leaf farm system and was a member of 2 Memorial Cup championship teams before joining Toronto in 1956. With all-star rearguards Carl Brewer, Alan Stanley, and the late Tim Horton, Bond celebrated 4 Stanley Cups in Toronto. His most memorable moment came when he scored the overtime goal in the 6th game of the 1964 final against Detroit on a broken ankle.
I blocked a shot in front of the net during killing the penalty, and it was numb then, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong. And then when I went into the face-off with Gordie Howe, I just heard a snap, and it caved in underneath me.
The 7th game was going to be played 2 days later in Toronto. What did you do in between games?
Well, I disappeared on everybody. Nobody could find me. And I put my leg in ice for 2 days, kept it there, arrived at the Gardens about 20 minutes before the game, had Dr. Jim Murray freeze my leg and tape it up,
and played the game, and we won the Stanley Cup.
What made the Leaf defense so great?
We spent more time on our game plan, and certainly we had a book on hockey players that we worked at it. We knew who the lines were coming out. We were far more consistent in our pairings. For instance, they had Alan Stanley and Tim Horton as a pair, and Carl Brewer and myself, who'd played for probably about 7 years running with other fellows filling in.
By the time of the NHL's first expansion draft, you were having a problem with punch.
I used to be involved in telling young people about their contracts that they had to negotiate, and one day Punch caught 8 of them standing outside my room waiting their turn to come into my room, and I think that was the beginning of the end for Bob Bond in Toronto.
After 11 seasons in Toronto, Bond was left unprotected in the 1967 NHL expansion draft. Selected by the California Golden Seals, he subsequently was traded to Detroit in 1968. Bond ended his career with the Leafs in 1973. He then turned to coaching.
The Toronto Toros, you coached there. Great experience?
No, it's perhaps one of the toughest experiences I ever had, and at this time I'd just like to maybe apologize and say that I wish I'd shown a little bit more patience and humility towards my hockey players at that time, and I'd love to have another try at doing it over again.
What is the key to winning in the playoffs?
You have to set the tone of the game right from the drop of the hat, and I think that's where the Maple Leaf hockey team excelled, that we did set the tone of every hockey game we played.
Wilmer, once a Leaf fan, always a Leaf fan.
I think, no, I always have that Maple Leaf tattooed on my backside, but Harold puts it the best that I spend more now for my 5 pairs of subscriber tickets than I made my first year in playing hockey.
Bob Bond was one of the more rugged defensemen of his era, helping Leaf goaltenders to capture 2 Vezina trophies, 4 Stanley Cup rings, and the respect he commanded on the ice class Bob Bond as a hockey legend.
I feel lucky.
Hey, these nuts aren't planters.
What's it going to be, 5 cards?
Hey, these aren't planters.
Last week, didn't I bring those great corned beef sandwiches? Crazy 8.
Didn't I make my famous cheesecake?
Oh, come on, let's play. Okay, I'll get the planters. But don't start without me.
Okay, Jane, deal.
Bobby Orr and the Hockey Legends was brought to you by Planters Nuts, the legend of quality and freshness.
One of the all-time greats along the blue line, Bobby Bond. And coming up next, one of Bobby's old coaches with the highlights, Howie Meeker. We'll return with the Stanley Cup playoffs in just a moment.
At Ford of Canada, there's a new team spirit at work.
You got a #1 car, and that's what Ford's all about, making #1 cars.
As a woman working at Ford, I have a little other inside that man can't see.
The steering column and the dash itself.
All right, the steering column is located by what we call a wide brace to the firewall.
Better and better, see what we've done. At Ford, quality is job 1.
Play with people who are less talented than you are.
Do the things, do it. I do want to show you guys up. Hey, Louie, how's it going?
Oh, it's going good, good.
Hey, Louie, watering these doesn't make them grow.
Hey, you're kidding.
Who is that? Ah, my sister. Sister. We got to get going. I told Mrs. C we'd be there at 2. Tools. Oh, Tools. That's not his sister. See if it swings. It works. Good, huh? With Jim when you need him. Who knows? Hey, look what I found in Mrs. C's garage. You got a voice now.
Time for tea and cookies.
All right, Mrs.
You keep on getting together. You keep on having fun.
Hey, maybe I should become a teenage idol. You're kidding. Don't give up your day job.
You keep on drinking your ex cause it keeps on tasting great.
The value of the Canadian dollar, the health of our economy. What shape are we in? What's in store? See Budget 83, a CBC News special live Tuesday.
Paul Reinhardt with his 6th goal of the playoffs, and Jim Jackson scoring for the Calgary Flames. They lead 4-2 after 2. Howie Meeker, I thought goaltending was the difference in that period for the Flames. Don Edwards, outstanding.
Well, to win a playoff game in the National Hockey League playoffs, you certainly have to get good goaltending, and Don Edwards is one of the few goalies in the league that can win you a game anytime at all. Score tied 2-2. He made 3 big saves. Here's one of them right here. Kenny Linsman putting all kinds of pressure on Paul Reinhardt, and Paul tried to get this puck up in the air and off the boards, and it was intercepted. There's a 3-on-1 deal. There's Mark Messier, who had a field day last night, eyeball to eyeball with Edwards, and Edwards made the big save. That helps. Score still 2-2. Kent Nielsen. You know, there's signs of the Oilers playing satisfied. Nielsen gets the first shot, and look at the defenseman. Instead of taking Nielsen,